What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Big time win for the boys, 127-97, beating the Portland Trailblazers by 30 points tonight. Big time game for the captain, 26 points, 2 assists. OG Anunoby, 24 points, 6 rebounds. The big cat, 14 points, 20 rebounds for him. Back-to-back games with over 20 rebounds. Listen, total team effort, man. 7 players in double figures, man. I thought it was great. 33 points from the bench tonight. Wire-to-wire win for the Knicks, man. Listen, I thought it was an awesome win, man. Awesome win, awesome victory tonight. I thought they really got after it tonight, which I thought was great. But what I love most, what they're doing is they're getting after it on a defensive end, right? And that's something you have to love. They're getting after it in that aspect. And then also, too, a big aspect of it, too, is just the intensity, man, across the board. OG Anunoby shutting down Denny Avia tonight, right? Denny Avia only had, what do you have tonight, man? He only had, like, let me make sure I got this right, man. Denny Avia only had 11 points tonight, man. 11 points. OG Anunoby shut him down, man. Shut him down. He couldn't get anything. And I think that's where they're winning these games at, right? They won 5 in a row now. I believe it's, what is they said, 4 games in a row. They've held teams under 100 points. So all in all, man, just a great game from beginning to end, man. This team is starting to pick it up. Man. I think OG Anunoby, guys like him going downhill, right? I love the fact that they're playing Kolek for that second unit. I love that. Even though Deuce is out with the engine. How does it sound? No sound at all? Give me a thumbs up, man, if it's a sound or not. Hello. Orlando C, you saying I don't have no sound? How does it? You hear me? Rondo, you hear me? Orlando. Vibes, can you hear me? Vibes, what's going on, man? Appreciate you. Rondo says he hears me. Disc Rover, can you hear me? Gravity, I see you guys in here. Vibes says I'm good. Gravity, I see you in here. Am I good? Okay, so everybody says I'm good. Okay, Orlando C, man. Okay, Disc Rover says I'm good. Okay, Orlando C, I don't know what's going on your end, man. Maybe you have to check your situation, but everybody says I'm good. All right, cool. Back to the top. I apologize, man. I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight. Big time win for them boys by 30 tonight, man. Knicks have won 5 in a row now. Defensively, they're getting after it. I think this is their 4th game of holding the team under 100 points, man. You got to love it, man. You got to love it. I think that's where everything is changing here. I think they're getting after it on the defensive end, and then through that's opening up the offensive flow too. Wire-to-wire victory, which you have to love. I think it's a total complete game from everybody. They out-rebounded them tonight, 52-37, man. And that's what it is, man. As a great Kawhi Leonard says, bored man wins games. The Knicks got after it on the glass, man. Thought they shot great from the field, right? 48% from the field, 42% from 3, right? 29%, almost 30, right? But once again, we were sharing the ball. Got to be happy with what you're seeing, man. I think we're kind of hitting our stride, but I think a big part of that is, starting off defensively. A huge part of that is, like I mentioned earlier, OG Anunoby just shutting down Denny Avia, right? So all together, we just look great, playing the passing lanes, which I thought is awesome. Guys are talking a lot on defense. Guys are not getting, I don't want to say get backdoor, pause, but backdoor cuts, they're not allowing that. They're switching and communicating. They're in the passing lanes, which I think is great. And just all in all, man, I mean, they just look better. I don't know if they're upbeat. I don't know what. You know what I mean? Mikal Bridges spoke about the other day. Maybe they're all buying in. I don't know. But they look like a different team, man. But I think it's because they're getting after on the defensive end. And you got to be happy with what you're seeing all together. Like I told you guys, I don't care how it goes. I don't care who does it. Get wins. And we've got 5 in a row now. So now we're 5-0. Remember, LV said that's how I'm looking at it. I'm not looking at it like, what the record is, even though they're 30-18, which is great. 5-0. Right? Every week, every game, it's 1-0, 5-0, 6-0, whatever. That's how I look at it, man. I'm just got to continue to stack these victories, stack these wins, get the confidence, right? Get the confidence flowing. And I think all together looks great. All together looks great. You got to be happy with how everything is going, man. Oh, big shouts to my man USCJ, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with me, sir, man. God bless you, man. I appreciate you. If anybody's into college football like I am, huge college football guy, Go subscribe to my man USCJ, man. He does really, really good work over there. Christian, man. He does a lot of great work also, too, outside of the podcast stuff, man, ministry, and really giving back to the community and stuff like that. He does really, really, really great work. If you guys are into college football, please go and subscribe to my man USCJ, man. He does really, really good work, man. So please, guys, please go check him out. Very, very good content, man. So please go subscribe to my man USCJ. USCJ, man, I appreciate you coming through rocking with me, man. It's truly, truly appreciated. Orlando C, what's going on, man? Okay, so here we go right now. It says, yo, that player only meeting helped. You know what, Orlando C? I think so, man. But I think also, too, I think a lot of these guys are just getting after it, man. I mean, you know, they went smacked around, man. They lost 9 out of 11 games. So as much as it's a player meeting, I think it's more so you got to look within yourself, right? Mikal Bridges stated, right? So you got to look within yourself. And I think guys had to take responsibility about what they were doing to really contribute to how the team was playing. And I think all in all, it's everybody. I thought it was the players that had to look themselves in the mirror, and I think the coaching has to look themselves in the mirror. Are you putting these guys in positions to really be successful for the team? It's a total team thing. It's just not just a one guy thing. Because it wasn't a one guy thing that why we lost 9 out of 11. It wasn't. It was everybody. Coaches included. And it seems like everybody's on the same page now. And things are working. Once again, let's go 1-0. 1-0. That's how we want to do it. Nelson Ayandale. I don't want to destroy your name, man. 613. I appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Listen, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, man. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Vibes, not good news for the Giants today, LV. Vibes, what happened? Vibes, let me know, man. Vibes, all I know is that they didn't get the offensive coordinator, right? Monken went to the Browns, so they got to find a new OC, right? That's who Harbaugh wants. But let me know. Something I'm missing. Vibes. I've been busy all day, man, running around doing stuff out here. You guys, let me know. But all in all, like I think that's what's coming down. Guys are looking at themselves in the mirror, man, then holding each other accountable, and also too, like you see, like they just look a lot more cohesive out there. They don't look like a team that's just unsure of what to do. They obviously they're talking a lot more on defense. Temple Towns has been great on the glass. They're getting out and running. What Josh Hart spoke about. They're getting out in pace and they're running and stuff like that. And so all in all, they just look better, man. But I honestly think it's on the defensive end. I think they're getting stops. I think they're really, really, really paying attention on that end, and that's really what's attributing to how they're playing on the offensive end. I think a big part also too is when you see a guy like OG Anunoby, right? You got to get him touches, man, because when he doesn't get touches and he doesn't score, or he doesn't feel like he's involved in the offense, he lacks defensively. Like he doesn't go as hard on defense. He just doesn't. And so with him getting the touches that he's getting, you're seeing a different OG Anunoby on the defensive end, the guy that we paid all that money in picks in, and also too with that contract, right? So now you're seeing OG Anunoby, because to me, yes, he had the 24 points tonight, 6 rebounds, which I thought was fabulous. But what he did to Denny Avia tonight was awesome. Denny Avia has been scorching the league. He's going to be an all-star this year. And OG Anunoby made him look pretty pedestrian tonight. So you got to love that effort from OG Anunoby and what he's bringing tonight. Okay, Vob said the owner. Oh, yeah, Vibes. I know what you're talking about. I thought everything was released though on that, Vibes. New stuff came out. I saw stuff floating around, but I didn't know like new stuff. I thought all that stuff got released months ago. But now new things is coming out, Vibes. He was on the island. That's wild, man. That's wild. Everybody getting in trouble, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Keep your nose clean, people. Keep your nose clean. What's the old saying, right? What's the old saying? What's done in the dark comes to light, correct? What's done in the dark comes in the light, man. That's it, man. That's it. It always comes back around. Always. I don't care who you are. when you do some filthy stuff, man, it always comes back tenfold, man. And I don't play with stuff like that because my karma is ill. My joint come back like that. So I don't play with stuff like that, man. But vibes, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Okay, Nelson says we're heading into February where the Knicks have to lose one game in 12 because we're focusing on a 40-20 rule. Okay. Hey, listen, man. Nelson, man. I'll be honest with you. I'm taking it day by day, man. I don't know, man. I'm not really worried about that, man. I'm not. Right now, we're 30-18. I'm happy with that. Let's take it one game at a time. The Lakers are coming up Sunday. That's gonna be a big game. But listen, take it one game at a time, and take it one game and continue to stack days. But I think the more they do that, they're gonna, get more victories and just build up this confidence, man. And this team is obviously turned the corner here and really starting to look at things differently as a team, right? I think Mitch mentioned it too. Remember the other game where Mitch stated that they had a talk and everybody knows their roles and what they need to do, and that's it. And I think that that's what's happening here. Guys had a conversation, what the expectation is for each other's roles. It's no uncertainty. You know what you're here to do, and that's it. And guys are accepting it, identifying it, and I think it's showing on the court, man, these last couple of games. And so, we just got to continue to stack wins, man. Continue to stack these victories, which I love. Yo, Vibes, they put that in the Bleacher Report? Yo, that's crazy. Vibes, it was in Bleacher Report, Vibes? Wow. Orlando C says, I'd love to see OG lock down LeBron. Yeah, but not really the Orlando, man. They ain't this. I want to see him do that to Luka. LeBron ain't the same LeBron, man. That's not the same guy, man. That was flying through dunking on dudes in Miami. That's not the same guy, man. And honestly, I think it's time for him to hang it up, man. I think he's such a great player, man. I don't want to see him like this. It's kind of like the Michael Jordan Wizard years. Remember that? Like he was putting up numbers, but it wasn't the same. He wasn't the same guy. That's what this feels like. That's what this feels like. It feels like LeBron is not the same guy. Like it's time to hang it up, man. It's time to hang it up. I know he spends over $1 million+ on his body every year, and that's why he's in great shape. Put that money back in your pocket, man. Hang it up. Exceptional career. Let's move on, man. You just don't, you know what I mean? You don't want to, because staying around too long kind of tarnishes your legacy a bit. Like it does, I think. And so I just would like to see him kind of go out on a high note, meaning no one's kicking him out the league or pushing him out the league. It's kind of like, I'm leaving on my own accord, right? You know what I mean? Like that's just what I feel about the whole LeBron thing. But guys, also too, man, Josh Hart back-to-back 20-point games, man. I think Josh Hart has been playing really, really well. I think the biggest part for him, man, he's knocking down them threes, man. He's knocking down the threes. I think that's what it is, right? Those big men that's stretching out, they're not really guarding him, because they don't respect his shot. He's got to make people respect his shot, man. And even though tonight he was 1 for 4 for 3, you got to shoot it, man. You have to. But Josh Hart had great numbers, man. 20 points, 9 for 17 from the field, man. 6 rebounds and 5 assists. Though Josh Hart was exceptional today, but what he does is he gets those offensive rebounds, what he's famous for doing, and pushing the pace. Pushing the pace. And that changes everything for us. And so I thought he was exceptional tonight, man. So listen, let's hear from Josh Hart. Great game from him. Let's hear from Josh.
You guys have been talking along this streak about how you had to get back to playing the way you were earlier in the season. When you guys are playing your best, what does it look like?
I think, today was an example of that. Getting stops on the defensive end, playing fast, playing our game, everyone being aggressive, and, getting a lead and holding the lead.
Yeah, getting off to a good start, obviously, which is what you guys were able to do tonight. What was it that you had to do in a game like this? Because it seemed like you were trying to push pace early in that first quarter to get yourself into some easy offense.
Yeah, I think, for us, the faster we play sometimes, especially in the beginning of the game, it's to our benefit. Sometimes the second half we have to slow it down, but we got shooters, we got guys that can run the court. So playing fast is a benefit.
Now, a lot of times you guys do have to rely on, whether it's Jalen Brunson, whether it's Karl Anthony Towns. We saw in Toronto though, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, tonight you really get things going with more OG tonight as well. Does that show that this team does have a lot more depth?
Yeah, I think so. We got good depth. We got guys that can score. So we're able to get stops and run and play fast. We're able to play to our, advantages. But like I said, it starts with the defensive end, and I feel like we've been picking it up the last, 5 to 10 games.
All right, 20 points tonight, Josh. Thanks very much for your time. Tyler?
Thank you.
Josh said a lot of great things there, but I think the most important thing that he stated is, we got a lot of guys that can score, but we've been picking it up on the defensive end. And I think that's all those guys are focused on. I think that's the main key here. Was it 4 games now, I believe it is, that they've held teams under 100 points, right? And so that's where they're getting after it, on that end of the court. And it's showing in how they're playing offensively. And like he said, the defense is spearheading the offense. And then through that, I think they're able to play a lot better than what they're playing, man. I think they're playing exceptionally well, man. I think they're playing really, really, really well. And you got to be happy with what you're seeing, man. You got to be happy with what you're seeing. I'm just it's just good to see them turn the corner, right? It's good to see them turn the corner. And guys, I told you guys, listen, man, it doesn't matter really who's coaching this team. It doesn't matter. This team could walk into a season and win 50 games. This is how talented we are as a team. This is how talented we are. So I'm not surprised that we did this to teams like this, to the Blazers and, of course, to Brooklyn, and went down to Philly and did what we did. Like, I'm expecting us to beat the Lakers. Like that. That's how good of a team we are. And so maybe the team meeting worked, and that was really what was going on, right? Guys had a lot of issues with whatever the situation is. I don't know. But you got to be happy with how they're playing, man. And how they, I guess also, too, how they are embracing the challenge of getting better defensively. Because I thought Brunson was great defensively also, too. I thought he was fighting over screens. Thought he was challenging shots, contesting shots. That's what we want, right? Same thing with Towns. Towns, once again, another game, I don't think he had any turnovers tonight. I think he might have had 1 foul, but last game he had no fouls. I think he's getting after it defensively, too. Guys are speaking well, right? So, once again, guys are kind of like really identifying whatever the issues were, getting after it. Because that 9-11 was bad. That was a really, really bad look for the Knicks. And I think they really had to really come together. Like I told you guys before, man, if anybody's never been in locker rooms, I have my whole life. Like, it's the brotherhood in there, man. And I think amongst each other, they have to talk and try to say, listen, man, look, how you look affects me. How I look affects you. Like, we have to bring this together. Because we're the ones out there playing, not the coaches. You know what I mean? So if we're out there looking crazy, it affects each other. So we all got to come together and, like, know our responsibilities, know what we need to do. And that's it. And I think that sometimes hard conversations are needed to have. And I think that was really, really good, man. But all in all, you got to love how the team is playing, and based off of that meeting. Hey, guys, what did you guys think about Tyler Kolek tonight, man? Once again, another great game for him. I've said it to you guys before, and I'll say it to you again. I never thought that when Deuce came back as Shamet that they should have took him out the lineup. Even with his tough games at times, dealing with, athletic guards and stuff, he's got to play through that, man. You got to play him. The team plays really, really well, especially a guy like Cat. When you have a guy like that that's a facilitator, and now he's getting confident with his shot. He had 13 points tonight, 5 for 7 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. But I thought last game against Toronto was huge, 10 assists, and he was big in that third quarter, which really kind of helped us break the game open. And then I thought he came in and, played great again today. Right? I thought also Diawara got good minutes tonight. Like, these guys, listen, guys, this is not the first time we've seen both of those guys playing well. Like, so I don't know what the coach's deal is. I don't know what it is, but you got to play those guys. Like, they're going to be needed. And the more they play, the more confidence they had. Even if they have tough games, it doesn't matter. Still keep them in the rotation. I like what those young guys are doing. I love Diawara. I've been screaming for him for the longest. But also, too, the way Kolek has played this year has made me really start to reinvest and think about, hey, maybe we don't need a backup point. Maybe we already have the guy here. But the only way you're going to know is you got to play him and play him through his mistakes. Because he's only going to get better like that. But 18 minutes for him, 17 minutes for Diawara. Both of those guys were like a plus. Let me see what they're plus minus. Both of those guys were Kolek was a +4. Diawara was a +27, man. He was a +27 tonight. 23 points between both of those guys. DOR had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Kolek 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. I mean, I don't know, guys. I just, you gotta be really, really, really happy with what you're seeing with these guys, with these young guys. The more you have them out there, the more they gotta play, man. I don't know. I just believe in that. You know what I mean? And so I just think it was awesome to see both of those young guys come out and really contribute and play really, really well. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV live tonight. Big time win for the boys by 30 in the Garden. OG Anunoby, 24 points, 6 rebounds. This Grover says, LV, man, we're finally playing ball like we did back in November, early December. I've been saying it. Listen, this Grover, you have been, but I think a big part of it, this Grover, is we're getting after it defensively. I think the offense, but I think it's really defense. Because remember, during those times, this Grover, when we were playing, our defense was terrible. We were allowing guys to score at will. We were struggling. We didn't look this good defensively. I think this is really what spearheaded. It's what's spearheading, excuse me, where we're at right now and how we're playing is what we're doing on that end of the court. And Josh Hart said it. You know what I mean? Like, we got guys that can score, but, what we're doing on that end of the court is really what's helping us going forward. You know what I mean? How we're looking. What's this, Israel? Mike Brown. I got some ideas. Plus, JP player meeting fixed it. Yeah, right. I think he's shortened the rotation, this Grover. He's shortened the rotation and pretty much just went with his horses. That's it. And guys just got after defensively. I think that's really, really what it is. This Grover said, did you see Drew getting it? Yeah, he is washed, right? He is washed. He's an older guy, man. He's 35 years old. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Mikal Bridges is 29 years old. I think he's 28 or 29. One or the other. But I'm just saying he's a young guy, man. He's in his prime. Drew Holiday's got a lot of wear and tear on them tires, man. Like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna touch on a little bit more. You guys still want Giannis? You guys still want to do that deal? LV has said no to it. I've been saying no to it since the summer. Since the rumors came out about that, I said no to it. I agree. Knicks look like they are enjoying playing with each other, having fun again. Agreed. Olenosi, yeah, Kolek needs to be recognized. He's balling. Agreed. But Olenosi, that's what I said, man. They got to keep him in that rotation, man. But I've been saying that, guys. You got to keep him in that rotation. I've been stressing that. I've been stressing that. You got to play him through his mistakes. That's the only way he's going to get better. You can't just put him on a bench as soon as he makes a mistake. Or you don't play him for a tough couple of games. Like that's bad. Like you don't do that. He's got to develop, man. He's got to develop. You need a backup point. I think Deuce plays really, really good with a point guard next to him. He needs that. I don't want Deuce facilitating. Kolek can take that responsibility off of Deuce's shoulders and move it forward with this team. And then I think he plays exceptionally well with Cat. But I love what I see with DOR, man. I've been screaming for DOR, right? He looks great out there, man. He's got to get better defensively. I think he's got the athletic skills to play defense. I think he's just undisciplined defensively. But the build, the stature, he's prototypical what they want today in the NBA. He's about 6'10". He's long, he's athletic. He can shoot it. He can dribble, he can handle. He can rebound. He's a really, really, really good ball player. Everyone compares him to Siakam. He looks pretty similar to Siakam, but I think he's a little bigger than Siakam. He looks like he's a better defender than Siakam, too. Siakam can't defend. He just wants to score. But Diawara looks really, really, really good. Really good playmaker, too. Really good off the bounce. I love his upside, man. He's just got to play more, man. He's got to play. And he's got to play him through his mistakes. I think he's going to be really, really big for the Knicks. And I think he'll be really big in like a playoff series with the Pistons, like because of his size and his athleticism. I think that's something you got to do. So, we got to see exactly what that looks like going forward. But the young guys, I think, were exceptional. Really, 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 really good. All right, guys, let me bring up the stats, man. Let me show you guys the stats tonight from tonight's game. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming through rock with me tonight, man. Friday Night Knicks, as they call it, right? Great win for them boys, man. Great win for them boys. All right, let's put up the stats here. Make sure I got this all lined up for you guys correctly. Okay, it is not. All right, so cool. Let me fix this here. All right, cool. There we go. All right, so let's go to the top here. There he is. All right, so OG Anunoby, great night. As you see, 31 minutes, right? 24 points, 10 for 16 from the field, 4 for 8 from 3. OG was a monster today. Like I said, one block. I thought really, for me, what was huge for him is what he did to Denny Avia. What did Denny Avia go tonight? What was he? Right there, 28 minutes, 11 points, 4 for 14 from the field, 1 for 6 from 3. I mean, he couldn't do nothing. That's because of OG. OG basically had him on smash. 31 minutes tonight, which I thought was great. I thought great minutes from everybody, too. Look at the minutes here, guys, before I get into the rest of the stats. 31 minutes for him. OG Anunoby, 29 minutes for the big cat, 30 minutes for Josh, 33 for Mikel, 34 for the captain. Look at the minutes, Diawara. I love this. 17 minutes for him. I love that. 17 for Mitch. Maybe give Mitch an extra 3 more minutes, 20 minutes. Shamet, 19. 18 for Kolek. I love this right here, guys. I love this. My thing is this. When Deuce comes back, why can't we keep this? When Deuce comes back, why can't we keep this? Now, of course, give or take, right, based on who's playing well and who's not. You kind of move things around, right? You say, okay, he's not having a tough game tonight. Let's kind of sit him tonight. Or whoever it may be. Maybe Shaman's having an off night. Okay, so cool. So we're going to play Diawara a little bit more, whatever. Or Josh is having an off night, play Shaman more, whatever. It's interchangeable. But what I'm saying is I love the minutes here. I love the minutes. I mean, that's big, guys. I mean, that's something we got to love here, man. That's going to keep guys fresh. Fresh for the playoffs, man. I think that this is what the main motivation is, correct? But I mean, the stats are amazing here, man. You gotta love it. Let's go over. He also made Cat more of a defensive anchor. He's only 1 foul across 2 games so far. Agreed. I thought Cat's been playing really well. Really, really well. Okay, this girl says Mo has lots of things to work on, but he's doing all right. And meanwhile, Dadier got shipped to Area 51. Yeah, I don't know where he's at. I think they're working out a trade and get him out of here. I hope Dadier is probably packing his bags. I think he's out. But I do agree with you, man. I do agree with you. But you know what? My only issue this Grover is with the Cat piece. I'm going to play something for you guys later. And I think with the Cat piece, the reason why it's kind of shaky for me, this Grover, is because offensively you're going to need this guy. You're going to need him, and I don't like how they got him on the corners. They're not running anything for him. They're not running double picks for him to come across the baseline to kind of go. Like, they're not running anything for Cat offensively. Nothing at all. A lot of stuff he's getting is like garbage points. It ain't like he's making great passes, right? You see that right there. He had 3 assists tonight. I felt like he had more than that, but he had 3 assists tonight. But I mean, they're not featuring him at all offensively. They're just not. And I think that's criminal with a guy that's so gifted offensively. You got to find a way to unlock him, man. I don't really care what, and that to me is, I don't really look at the players. I look at the coach. Like, you got to figure out a way to unlock him, man. Because we're going to need him, guy. He saved us in the playoffs numerous times last year, and he saved us numerous times in games. Like, he's just too good of a player. There's a good chance he's going to the All-Star game this weekend. That's how good a guy this is. Like, they talk about Brunson scoring 10,000 points this year. Awesome. Cat is already at 15,000 points. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame, guys. Like, this guy's too good of a player. You got to figure out how to unlock this guy. I just don't know, man. I mean, I don't know, but I think it's more to it than that. But I'm going to play something that I heard today that I want you guys to listen to. And I want to hear you guys' perception on it. But I heard something today that I thought was really, really telling of what I think is possibly going on behind the scenes here regarding Cat. Even though Mikel didn't really shoot well from the field, he was 10 points. He had 3 for 10. I thought he was okay today. I thought he was solid, man, altogether. I thought he was solid. He had 5 assists, 2 rebounds, 3 steals. Right? So Mikel was getting after it, man. So I thought, thought he played well, man. I thought he played well. Josh, I thought was exceptional. But the player of the game to me was OG Anunoby once again, man. I thought he was great. But look at the bench, man. Look at the bench. DOR 10 points, 17 minutes, 4 for 8, 2 for 5 from 3, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Right? Money making Mitch, 17 minutes, 2 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Right? 4 offensive rebounds, 3 defensive rebounds. Shamet was okay. He had a quiet night, but I thought he was getting after it defensively. Right? Didn't shoot well tonight. But he was still a plus 10. McCulloch, like I mentioned earlier, great. 18 minutes, 13 points, 5 for 7, 3 for 5 from 3, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. I mean, this is a total team effort tonight, man. So, but I love the minutes, man. I love the minutes distribution. I love it. I love it all together, man. So let's take a look really quick here, guys, at the team stats, right? Let's take a look here. Let's run through this here. So if you see today, you see the difference, right? You see the free throws, 14 for 19 for us, 12 for 14, 86% for us. Rebounds, you see we out-rebound them 52 to 37. We had 16 offensive rebounds to their 8. But the defensive rebounds 36 to 29, assists 23 to 29, steals 9 steals for us today, only 5 for them. They had 20 turnovers, which led to 16 points for us. We had 14 turnovers, led to 13 points. And look at the fast break points, 13 points, 13 for us, but points in the paint 50 to 42. Largest lead we've had tonight was 33 points, man. So listen, man, look, all the great game, man. But I think also too, great game too, wire to wire from beginning to end. We just put our foot on their necks and that was it. And so I thought that was major for us tonight. Big shouts to my man, Delusional Knicks fan, man. Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. If you guys haven't done so, please go over there and check out my man. He's got great content on YouTube and also on TikTok. He does great work over there for the Knicks, man. So please, if you guys haven't done so, go subscribe to my man, Delusional Knicks fan, man. He does really great work. I appreciate you coming through, rocking with me tonight, sir. It's truly appreciated. All right, let's see what he has to say. I think after the trade deadline, Cat mentally will be back to himself. The offense will come. So you think, Delusional Knicks fan, you think a lot of it has to do with, because I saw the reports out there that he's frustrated because he heard his name in trade talks. You think he's kind of messed up about that like that? You think that's what it is? It's a good point, man. I mean that's what the reports are out there. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think that too? Everybody in the chat, do you guys believe that a lot of the stuff that's going on with him hearing his name in trade talks is kind of messed with him mentally all year? That's what some reports are out there that's saying. Where's BKLA, man? What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Where it says, what do the people who protested last year when some of us were yelling about playing the youth and more importantly the bench have to say now? We need a complete team. Agreed. Let's go over. Crazy how I don't see much chat about Mike Brown as of late. Maybe it's really more on the players pulling their collective heads out of their butts. No, Disc Grover. No, man. No. Like, no. Yes, winning cures all. But Disc Grover, you're not judged by that, man. You're not judged by that. This guy's not going to get judged by this win. This team was already good before he got here, man. Like you act like he comes here where we're just we're so much of a better team. We were like this before him. We were nice. We didn't need him to be nice. We put any coach here, we're walking into 50 wins. You're judged on how you respond after a loss and how they looked after that, those 9 and 11. Like that we didn't look like that with Tibbs. Like that's why the conversation, his name was coming up. And I was saying the things that I was saying. Because I don't look at you when everything's good. It's rosy. You're going to look good. But when the going gets tough, what do? When you're in a back alley, how you do? You freeze up, you fold up like tissue paper, or you go out there and you start swinging. Like, what do? When your man is getting his ankle twisted on the floor, what do? Do you hug the guy that did it, or you go in the alley and you fight with your teammates? Like, what do? Like, this guy's hugging people. He's hugging dudes that are punching people in their face and doing all types of nonsense to your teammates, and this guy's hugging the guy. So the fire that came was well deserved, and trust me, if he don't get it right, there's more flames that are coming for him. But right now, it's a honeymoon period, right? It's cool, but there's been still some issues there because I don't like what's going on with Towns. Like I just don't. But we're winning. I said that's what I care about, getting wins, which I'm gonna stand true on. But I don't like that all NBA guy is just like non-existent offensively. Like I don't like how he's kind of being like iced out of the offense. Like I don't like that. And that's something we got to figure out here. Let's go over. Cat's fine, exactly how he is right now. I don't want him to get more touches. He's only racked. Why you don't want him to get more touches? Want him to rack up more fouls? Let's go over. This guy's going to the Hall of Fame, man. What is like? Come on, man. You act like this guy's a bum. The way you talking is like he's a bum. Like, dude, what do you mean? Don't want him getting more touches, man? Outside of Brunson, he's the best offensive guy you have. So you don't want him getting more touches? Listen, I got to play this thing for you guys later. I'm gonna play it for you guys later. But the vitriol that this guy gets and things based on that comment right there that Disc Grover made, that's what a lot of people are saying. That's insane about the way people are talking about this guy. Like he's just some scrub. It's insane what's going on now. And how easily we forget about what happened last year. How easily we forgot. How easily this guy came here from another team. He was all NBA over there too. He was no scrub over there too. He came back from his team made it to the Western Conference Finals the year before. So he came over here and got us to the Eastern Conference Finals. It wasn't like he was a bump coming here. He was all NBA All-Star coming up. He's walking into the Hall of Fame. This guy's no scrub. So the mindset that automatically we don't want him getting no more touches. You guys insane. This guy is off the charts what he is offensively. Off the charts. Like you're gonna need him, man. You're gonna need him. He's too good of a player, man. I agree. Rotation should be based on matchups, how guys are playing and managing injuries. Listen, agreed, Eric Green. I do think though Eric Green, I do think those guys like that you got to get them in the rotation, man. I think so. Like I think part of also too Eric Green, it's part of development too. I think the more you play those guys, the better they're going to be, especially down the road. But you're gonna need them, especially let's say Eric Green, someone gets hurt, someone gets injured, right? If those guys haven't played and you haven't proven to them, you haven't gained trust in them and made them build up their confidence, then whoever gets hurt, let's say they're out for a week or two or a couple of weeks or even a month, knock on wood, the team shouldn't skip a beat because you have a deep enough bench to where your young guys can come in and really produce and they know their role and what they should be doing and what they can't do. And you can stagger minutes or whatever. But those guys, when they come in, it's not gonna really ruffle any feathers. They're gonna be good. It's not like they're gonna be out there not knowing what they're doing. And so these minutes are very, very important for those guys' confidence. And so that's why I think you need to stick with those guys in the rotation. And if it's a the best man or the best guy that's playing should play, then that's how it should be. But this is not. This is not a democracy. It's very much a dictatorship. Trust me, it is. Trust me, it is. And it's based on hierarchy, right? It is. And so we got to see how this plays out, man. But I think you're going to need those guys, Eric Green. I think you really, truly, truly are. And so I think that you got to find a way, and this is where coaching comes in. You got to find a way to make sure mix and match. I think those guys should definitely play Sunday. I think they should. And I think they should definitely play against the Wizards. That should be a definite, right? And then when you roll out against Detroit, based on how they play, I think you should play them there too. And then they play well, right? DeWar played well against New Orleans. Like Kolek played well in the Cup game and other games, right? So once again, like these guys have proven, but the only way to get better is you got to continue to continue to play with those guys and continue to watch them build. Man, I love what Kolek brings, man. But I love DeWar. I love what he is. He's like a unicorn, man. Big, long, athletic like that, can shoot. Those guys, they don't really come like that. So when you find a wing like that can do what he does and has the skills and the upside that he does, you try to really manifest that and really get that to where he could be like Super Saiyan powers. And you could have a Siakam on your team. You know what I mean? But that defends better, which I think it is. This Grover says, I know you love Cat, LV, but the numbers don't lie. Yeah, I know the numbers don't lie. Yeah, you're absolutely right, this Grover. The numbers don't lie. That's why he's going to the Hall of Fame. Yeah, the numbers don't lie. You see him. That's why he's going to the Hall of Fame. Yeah, the numbers don't lie. They don't. Number 1 pick, rookie of the year. How many All-Stars? He's going to probably go to the All-Star game again today. He's the fastest guy to reach the 15,000 points. And I forget the other stats that came with it, too. He is no bum. I mean, insane. This guy was 25-12 last year. Second team All-NBA. Started in the All-Star game. Led us, was a big part to why we got to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 30 years. Brunson didn't do that before he got here. The numbers don't lie. It tells you right there. This is not hard to figure out, man. He is no bum. He isn't. I don't care how fumbling, sloppy, or whatever people say. I don't care what he is. I don't care. He's not a perfect player. Neither was Carmelo. Right? So come on. So none of these guys are perfect players, but you know what they are. And so you use that superpower of what they are to their best, because that's going to take you over the top, especially when their production has proven that. I mean, this is easy, man. This is easy. He's that good of a player, man. Okay, let me see this here. Let me see. Try to bring up some of these coaches' interviews, man. I appreciate everybody coming through rock with me tonight on this Friday night Knicks, man. Listen, great win tonight for them boys, man. Great win tonight, man. Great win. We got guys 5 in a row, man. 5 in a row. Got to be happy with how we're playing. Got to be happy with how everybody's playing. Some things we need to kind of get better with and improve on. But yeah, it's great to see, man. It's great to see. All right, guys, listen, let me pull up the coach, man. Let me hear what he has to say about tonight's game. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me talk about it. Bring it up right here. Okay, 1 second. Okay, let me take this out. Okay, all right, I'm putting this up for you guys here. All right, so this is the coach. He's talking about pretty much tonight's game. Make sure everything is queued up for you guys. It is awesome. All right, let's hear from the coach, guys.
You guys were good tonight. It's 4 of our last 5 opponents we've held under 100 points, and so defensively, our guys are doing a nice job. They're trying to do, what our rules are. They're trying to stay connected, trying to play off of one another. And when that happens, good things happen for our team. We were 10 for 10 with 50 balls tonight, so we got after it in that area. You guys are good.
Well, once again, he's echoing what Josh Hart said, man. Which their main focus is defensively, man. That's really where they felt they had to get better at. Offense is not these guys' problem. It's just not. And so I guess they all, as a team, had to identify where they need to get better defensively on that end of the court. And to the coach's point, I think that's something that they talked about. And like I mentioned, 4 out of the last 5 opponents they've held under 100 points, man, which proves, that's really what they've been focusing on, is them getting after it defensively. And I think that's kind of spearheading the offense, man. That's kind of getting things started. Just how they're doing, you know what I mean? So, yeah, you got to be happy with everything. So here's the coach talking about the big cat. Let's hear what he has to say regarding Towns.
Cat, this is Cat's second for sure consecutive game where he had 20-plus rebounds. And, to me, that's what great players do. They impact the game in a lot of different ways. And for him to have 22, I think, against Toronto and 20 tonight, a double-double, it was huge because 6 of those were offensive rebounds, and we beat them 20-9, and they're a very, very, very good offensive rebounding team. But we beat them 20-9 in second chance points and held them to 8 offensive rebounds. So great job by our group throughout the course of the game.
Okay, so talking about Cat getting on the glass, man. Cat's been a monster, man. I think, and if I'm correct, I believe he leads the league now with 32 double-doubles, man. 32 double-doubles. So, great game for him, man. Great game for him getting on the glass and doing the things. He had a quiet 14 points tonight, man. I didn't even realize he scored that much, but I knew he was gobbling up rebounds left and right, man, which was leading to a lot of fast break points, which I thought was awesome tonight for this team. And I just thought it was really, really good tonight, man, what they were able to do. So let's hear from Josh Hart, man, the heart and soul of this team. Listen to Josh, they're kind of cracking jokes here, which, so it was good to see guys kind of playing well and just laughing and joking through losses and wins. But, everyone's feeling good now. They won 5 in a row. Everyone's happy. Josh got the bling on. Make sure I got this queued up for you guys here, which it is. Okay. All right, let's listen to Josh Hart.
Mike said that with the trade rumors and all the noise around your team, you guys are kind of taking like a bunker mentality, just trying to shut everything out. Do you sense that yourself, or is it just the day-to-day is nothing changes?
Nothing really changes. There's benefits of being in New York. There's, negatives of being in New York. That's a negative. You're going to be talked about. Someone wants out. You're gonna hear your name in trade room. This is my 9th year in the league. I think I've dealt with trade rumors for 8 of them. I think the only time I did it might have been last year when I signed an extension. I literally couldn't get traded until after the deadline. So it's a part of the game. It's part of being in New York. At times it can get frustrating and overbearing, but that's why you don't really put anything into it because 99% of stuff doesn't even materialize.
Mike said that with the trade rumors and all the noise around your team, you guys are kind of taking like a bunker mentality.
Well, Josh is valid and everything. Oh, Namert, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Josh is right, man. I mean, look, the rumors, this is New York, man. I mean, this is what it's going to be. I mean, this is what you signed up for when you came here, right? So there's one side of it where it's the beauty of hearing everybody cheer your name, but you're going to hear your name in trade rumors and all this other nonsense, and you kind of get quiet in on it. You have to quiet the noise. You have to, but it gets frustrating after time. This is a different place, man. This is a different place. This is a pressure cooker like no other. So you got to have the spine to be able to deal with playing in the city. That's just what it is. Period. And I think Josh has that, and he's able to kind of weather that. Some guys can't. Some guys can't. They go in a dark room and start doing all types of activities. If you know what I'm talking about, then the guys in Minnesota building houses. He's living his best life, right? But he struggled out here, and you guys know who I'm talking about. So this is a tough place, man. This is a tough place, and you got to be able to weather that, and that's what makes the captain so great, right? Because he's able to kind of weather those things, and he's really unfazed by it. Right? It doesn't really faze him. It just doesn't. You missed a wide open layup today, but it doesn't matter. He came down, knocked out a couple of threes, right? So you got to be unfazed. You got to be mentally strong to play here. It's not for everybody. It's not. And I totally agree with what Josh is saying. Totally agree. Totally agree. Oh, here goes Disc Grove. Okay. Him guaranteed the Hall of Fame won't mean that if he continues to be a liability in the path to a ring. It doesn't matter, Disc Grove. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer, man. It doesn't matter. He's still going down as one of the best basketball players ever. I don't care if he's down percentages or what. It doesn't matter, man. He's too good of a player. He's too good of a player. You got to figure it out, man, to make it work, because they're going to need him when the chips are down, Disc Grover, just like they did last year in the playoffs. They needed him when they had Brunson in jail in Detroit. Had him in jail one game. They needed Towns, man. Come on, this is what it is, man. The playoffs, no one cares about. Your top players step up. When the playoffs come, everyone knows what you're running. So it's get a bucket. Can you get a bucket? Can you do that? The great players know how to. That's it. That's it. Here goes this row again. Cat needs to figure it out. He's a grown man. Nah. Knock it off with that, man. Knock it off. I don't want to hear none of that grown man stuff. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna play this thing right here. A coach can build you up, right? But a coach can be poison to your career, man. He can be. A coach can make or break a guy's career. That's the truth, if there ever was one, in all of sports. If your coach is not a good guy, he doesn't know how to play you or he doesn't know how to manage you, you can really destroy a guy's career. I'm gonna use a perfect example. Everybody thought was going to be a hell of a player coming into this league. He had all the accolades. He was top tier player coming out of high school, top tier player at Duke, got drafted. All this other, everyone thought he was a hit, can't miss prospect. Cam Reddish. Everybody thought he was going to be the next coming of Paul George or whomever. That's how good he was. He got with the wrong coach, and things just didn't work out. He was on the list everywhere he went just because he just didn't work out. He didn't go to the right situation. It didn't. It just didn't work. And no matter how good he was, he just couldn't get out of this rut because he got with the wrong place, wrong coach, wrong situation, and he had this stigma attached to him everywhere he went. Now he's out the league. And everybody, including Ant-Man, all those guys talked about how good Cam Reddish was coming up. Everybody knew. He went to Duke. He was the man. Played with Zion. They knew he was going to be the next guy. He was that good. A coach can be a guy's poison. Do you not understand? And that could travel everywhere in the league. Everywhere. You just get a stigma about you. You get that stamp put on you. And once that is, that's like the kiss of death, man, for a lot of guys' careers. And so what I'm saying is you'll be surprised how powerful a coach can be and what he can do to break a guy's career. Trust me, they got the power to do that. They do. So that was Josh. All right, so let's listen to the Big Cat, man. The Big Cat and Brunson sitting together talking about tonight's game. Brunson got on the orange joint, orange bubble. Brunson got on the orange bubble, man. Listen to the Big Cat and the captain talking about tonight.
Just defense, but what's different with these last few games than the stretch before?
I think we're a little bit more connected than we've been. Gotta continue to build off of it and just keep having each other's backs. I think most importantly, our attention to detail, I'm going to keep stressing that, is very important for us. And we're getting better and better at it every single day. We just got to continue to stack it.
He said stay connected, man. One chain altogether, man. Like they said, your team's only as strong as the chain, man, the chain link. So if one piece of that chain link gets broken, man, that's it. And that's how it is on defense. Everybody's got to read each other. Everybody's got to kind of be, just in tune to each other. Like Brunson said, they got to be in tune to each other, man, and kind of understand that. And that's what's helping on the defensive end, man. But that, to me, that's where they're winning the game at. That's where everything's coming together for this team is, just on the defensive end. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so this is the Big Cat talking about Brunson scoring 10,000 points for his career, man, which is awesome. So let's listen to the Big Cat talk about the captain.
Carl's rebounding. I mean, how much of a lift does that give you guys?
Man, don't give a damn about the rebound. I want to talk about 10,000 points, bro.
No, the rebounding is
you have to talk about it. Yeah.
The rebound has been, what he's been doing this past couple of games has been great, and we need that from him. That's what he brings to the table. Offensively, when things aren't going, the ball's not going in as much as it should be, and he finds a way to impact the game, and I think that's really important for us, and it's big time performance for him.
Carl's.
He's trying to big up Brunson, man. 10,000 points is big for this kid, man. Big for Brunson, man. Big for Brunson. Coming here has really, truly changed his career, man. Truly, truly changed his career, which is really, really awesome for him, man. I mean, he's on the path, man. He's on the path. He's got to continue building, but he's become a superstar since he's come here. He was a good player coming here, right? No one really knew what they were going to get. We knew he was good, but we didn't know he was this good. You know what I mean? He's beyond what anybody expected. I don't think anybody thought he was going to be doing this. Did anybody in the chat? Did anybody think Brunson was going to be this good? Nobody thought this. No one saw this coming. I don't even think, I mean, to be honest, I don't even think his dad and them knew. They knew he was going to be good, right? But I don't think they knew he was going to be this good. I mean, he's what do you say right now, Brunson? What, top 10 in the league? Top 10 player? I mean, definitely, because he's either going to be first team or second team All NBA this year. I mean, he's starting for the East again. Right? So he's top 10 player in the league, man. I mean, that's superstar status. I mean, he's crossed over into that echelon, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big, big accomplishment for him, man. And then, if he wins a championship here, man, I mean, he's really stepped into rare air here, man. I mean, this is, that's something that's kind of, man, I don't know, man. That's something I'll put him in a different stratosphere. And I don't want to say, bigger than Jordan. I don't want to say nothing crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? But he will be in those conversations, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, we think he'll pass Clyde as being the greatest Knick ever, man. If that happens, you think that'll happen? Yo, Vaughn Allen, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Big time win for the boys, 127.97. Vaughn Allen's at top 5. He's top 5 in the league, right? Man, that boy, man, he's coming here, man, has really, really changed everything for this team, for this franchise, right? He's been, I mean, Randall kind of lifted it up, but Randall couldn't take it to where this guy's taking it. He couldn't do that. He didn't have, once again, he didn't have the spine for that. Brunson is different. He's built different, man. So, this is big for him. 10,000 big points for him. Okay, really quick. So listen, guys, big shouts to if you guys haven't subscribed to my man XJ over there on Hot Hand Theory, man, him and Fred Katz had a really good conversation about players buy-in, right? They talked about that and the importance of coaches, right? And what a coach wants. What a coach believes is it they want, what did he say? Some other player right now. I think he said, do you want A+ X's and O's or A+ buy-in? Like, which one do you prefer? Does a coach prefer more for guys to buy in more and not the X's and O's, or you want him to focus on the X's and O's more or less buy-in? Like, what do these coaches want? Right? So it was a great, I got to play this, man, because this is a really, really good breakdown by Fred Katz and XJ. Big shouts to them, Hot Hand Theory. If you guys haven't done so, subscribe to the channel, man. They XJ and those guys do really, really good stuff. So yeah, guys, let's play that for you guys. It's really, really good, man. Really, really good. Fred Katz breaks it down really, really good. So I'm going to play it for you guys. I heard this today, and I said I wanted to kind of review this with you guys because I think it's really good stuff, man. I think it's really, really good regarding what the breakdown is. So I want to talk about it once I hear this because it was something I wanted to bring up to you guys because I want to hear you guys' viewpoint. All right, here they go.
Do his thing. Will Hardy had a great quote earlier this year about Jordan Clarkson, where, you know the one I'm going to say?
Yeah. I heard the quote. Yep.
It was a great quote where, I mean, I'll paraphrase him because I don't have it in front of me. And if I try to quote it directly, I'm not going to say it nearly as eloquently as Will Hardy did. But, he was asked about coaching Jordan Clarkson, who he's clearly super close with and who he clearly has an incredible affection for as a player, as a teammate, as a guy who he coached. And he talked for a very long time about why that is and how Clarkson was one of the vets who like bought in first and went out of his way to make sure other guys did too, and how appreciative he is of that for him doing that for him. And then how close they grew after the fact. And he talked about, Jordan Clarkson is a guy who it's like, you want to talk about a guy who's going to deviate from however you define organized offense. It's like, that's Jordan Clarkson, but he also won a 6th Man of the Year doing exactly that. So like he has had plenty of success over the course of his career in being able to play that way. And what a really good coach does, in my opinion, is doesn't get everybody to play into some sort of box. A really good coach figures out the stuff that makes you inherently you and brings out the stuff that's inherently good in you and dampens down the stuff that's not. Because
boom, did you hear what he just said? Did you hear what he just said? And this is from, who I wish the Knicks would have got. and he's talking about the head coach of the Jazz. Right. And of course, he's talking about Jordan Clarkson. So he's using an example here to kind of break down how Will Hardy was able to kind of get through to Jordan Clarkson, because we know how Clarkson is, right? We have him now. But how he was able to get through to him. How he was able, because a good coach knows how to get the best out of the guy, because he knows what this guy's superpower is. So Will Hardy don't want to tell Jordan Clarkson to stop being Jordan Clarkson, because that's what made him who he was for his whole career. So you don't want to do that to a player. You don't want to do that. So this is my whole Towns argument. This is my whole Towns argument. And big shouts to XJ and Fred Katz. I heard this today and I was like, I have to play this for my guys, because this is all I've been saying about the whole Cat stuff. And this has been my biggest issue with him, because I know he's got limitations. Just like Will Hardy knows Clarkson has limitations. He understands that. But he knows that this is what has made this guy successful his whole career. Towns is not a spring chicken. He's been in the league 10 years. He's all NBA. He's an all-star. We know the accolades. You got to figure out what makes this guy tick, because you want to get this guy to Super Saiyan to where we can use him and use that power to get us to the chip. That is it. Not dim his light. You don't want to do that. But like Fred Katz said, he's in those locker rooms, man. He's in those locker rooms. That's what a good coach does. That's what a good coach does. He's able to unlock you and say, yo, I don't want to tell you to not do you, because I know that's what's made you great. That's what's made you great. You've done it for 10 years. This is why you're going to go to the Hall of Fame. I don't want to come here and tell you to stop doing that. I don't want to do that. Because what it's going to do, it's going to jeopardize the team. It's going to impact the team and the team winning going forward. But how can I get you to do maybe 70% of the stuff that you'd like to do, and then the other 30% of what I want? Like how do I do that? Because you're too good of a player. I don't want to sit there and tell you not to do that. That's it. That's it. That's what the really, 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 really good coaches do. Really good coaches. And Will Hardy is one of them. I would have loved for the Knicks to get him. But Danny Ainge ain't gonna let. Danny Ainge ain't gonna. He's like, no way. No way. But you gotta love what Fred Katz is saying here. That's important for your players, man, especially a star player, and especially a guy of the magnitude of Towns and who he is and how good of a player he is. And so when I heard this, I said, okay, I had to play this for you guys, because this is all I've been screaming. And so I think that this is really, really important, man, for us to really kind of pay attention to, because, yeah, it's great, but it just seems like he's not in the flow of the offense. I don't know what's going on, but what I'm saying is that we're going to need him in offensively. That's all I'm really getting at. So this is cool. These wins are cool, but we're going to go cold. We're going to go cold. Guys aren't going to knock down shots. Brunson's going to be in a blender. Someone's going to have him on cuffs. You're going to need this guy to be him. But if you've kind of pacified him and kind of put him in handcuffs for the last 10 games because you're not running offenses for him or whatever, then you say, oh, now go Towns, go be you. It doesn't go like that, man. These guys aren't robots. They're not. And so it can be difficult. So that's my only concern with this. Like, I love how we're looking. I love how we're playing, but I know we're going to need that guy to be him. We're going to need him to be him. So we got to make sure we stay connected to him and make sure that we can unlock that. But what Fred Cash just stated, that's what needs to happen with him. Because we got to get him going, man. We have to. Let's go over LV, man. Cat had multiple chances this season to step up and still barely cracked 20 points during those games. And we pretty much lost all of them. I don't think you listen to anything I've said. I don't think you listen to anything I said. Why do you think I just played this for you, man? Why do you think I just played this for you? This is class. I'm taking a new class right now. Why do you think I just played this for you? Why do you think I had him saying what Will Hardy was trying to get through to Jordan Clarkson, the really good coaches? Why do you think I played that for you? Why do you think I played that? Here we go. There were a good amount of games where JB wasn't playing well and Cat blah, 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 right? I get it, right? I get it, this girl. Why do you think I just played what I played for you, this girl? This is class. We're in school right now, okay? Why do you think I played that for you? I played that for you because the really good coaches know how to unlock these guys. Because these guys are super, super emotional and diva guys. That's what it is when you're dealing with these type of guys. You got to know how to connect with them. I don't think Mike Brown did it from jump. I think he had it. They was bumping heads from the beginning. That's what I'm saying. So that impacts a player how he is on the court. What did I say earlier, this Grover? I said a coach can either help a guy's career or he can be poison to it. He can. He can. And so that's what I'm saying. So when I'm saying that, and that's why I'm using, big shouts to XJ, High Hand Theory, and Fred Katz. Great stuff over there. And Fred Katz is telling you why Will Hardy spoke to Jordan Clarkson the way, because we know how Jordan Clarkson is. He knows how he just goes off. We see how he is. But you want to help this guy because you want to say, listen, I don't want to stop you being you. I still want to do the things that you did last year and put in plays, offensive plays to make you, because I don't want to stop that. I don't. Right? As opposed to coming in and trying to change totally who you are. I don't want to do that. The real good coaches Fred Cash just said it for you, man. I gave you a layup. I gave you a layup. You just missed it. Because you want to shoot from half court. Come on. Just I'm giving it to you. Come on. This is easy. This is not hard. And so what I'm saying to you is that this is bigger than X's and O's. This is bigger than making a layup, this Grover. This is bigger than that. You got to be able to get to a guy here. These guys are the egos through the roof. You got to be able to connect to a guy here. That's why he just said what Will Hardy did with Jordan Clarkson. The really good coaches know how to do that. So you got to figure out what makes Towns tick, because what I'm trying to tell you guys, you're going to need this guy. You're going to need him to be Towns. But you don't want to pacify him and don't do things, because then it's going to shake him off. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you guys a story. Real talk. This is real talk. LV story time. Okay, LV story time. What was that, in my junior year? I think my junior year in high school. I think my junior year. Me and my boy, I had just came back from basketball camp, 5-star camp, and I played with like a whole bunch of really good players. I was an average player. I was average, but I was pretty good in where I was from. But when I went to 5-star All-American camp, I got invited. I was playing with really good players, and it really made my game better, uplifted my game. And when I was there, I was just an average player there as opposed to where I was from. So when I came back home, I was a better player than when I left, because I played with really, really good players. So when I got on, when we started our season in varsity, and I was lighting things up. lighten things up offensively. Like 4 games, I had like over 20 points. I had like 22, 24, 26. I had like, and then my man, he was older than me. He was a year up. He had like 19, 17. We was getting busy. We was cooking. It was like 5, 6 games, right? I'm in the paper. I'm doing it, right? I come back. We go to practice on Saturday, right? Me and him. We go there. This is story time. Everybody listen. All right? Vaughn Allen, you listen too, because this ain't about man up. I'm trying to break it down to you. This ain't about manning up. If you guys ever been in locker rooms, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody focus. I went to practice, and my coach was sitting there with the whole team. Now, we had won our games. Coach said, yo, team got something to say to y'all. So I'm like, what? Like, we feel like you guys ain't passing, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. So I'm like, yo, I just had 25, we won. My man just had 19, we won. Like what's the problem? Because ain't nobody here better than me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so we won. Like, what's the issue? Complaining, coach mad at me, coach mad at us because we felt like we shoot too much. So boom, next game come. Now I'm going back to my regular spot, my regular stuff. I'm doing me shooting. Coach subbed me out. Oh, yo, you're shooting too much. We talked about this in practice. You got to pass. I said, I'm probably not open. I'm going to my regular spot. Whatever. So then I'm trying to get back into the flow of the game throughout the season, but I just couldn't get it because I'm overthinking things. Because the coach is complaining, the teammates is complaining. So now my mindset is kind of off. I'm not the same player I was in those first 6 games because I'm overthinking everything. Because I don't want to say I'm rattled, but that's basically what it is. I'm off my game because I'm overthinking the game. So now I'm not in my comfort zone, nothing. A really good coach would have said, all right, cool. We're going to fix around, but we don't want to stop LV from being LV. We don't want to stop that because he's getting busy and he's helping us win games. So we don't want to stop that. He's too good of a player, right? If you come in from jump and you're this, you're that, you're all this other stuff, you're gonna have it to where they say, yo, we don't want you doing this anymore. And you're like, yo, like, what? Why? Whoa, Vaughn Allen. Watch LV closely tonight. Man wants his touches. If he doesn't touch the ball, he starts acting this. Yo, Vaughn Allen, listen, man. You gotta understand. Vaughn, you ever play ball? I gotta throw this out there. You ever played? How many points you ever scored in your life? Have you ever been the man ever on your team? Ever on your team? Ever been the guy that they go to? Like, have you ever been that? I'm trying to help you guys understand like how these guys think. I'm trying to help you guys. It ain't as easy as saying just man up. It ain't that easy. It's not. I'm trying to tell you guys. If you've been told, if you've been this 10 years, you've been this is who you've been your whole career, and you've been successful at it, it's very, very hard to just come in and tell a guy, stop being this, or we want you to do this. It's going to be frustrating. It is. And so what happens is you start overthinking the game. I know because it's happened to me. Like, I've been here, and I've seen stuff like that happen to people I know. I've been to camps where you're in a room or you're on a team with all Americans. You're dealing with these guys, and these guys have got egos through the roof. I've seen coaches bring these guys up, and I've seen coaches bring these guys down because of whatever coach dealing with. He ain't got the skill set to deal with those type of alpha dudes in that room. So what happens is guys leave. They don't want to play for that coach no more because they don't like how the coach is coaching them because they're used to what? Getting the ball and doing them. So what happens is you're going to seem frustrated because he ain't getting the touches. That's what he's done his whole career. This guy, he's going to Hall of Fame. He's not a bum. Imagine he did this to Melo. What would it be like? I mean, everybody loves Melo. Imagine he tell Melo, yo, we want you to hand off. We don't want you being Melo. Yo, they'll be fighting in the locker room. Oh, that's okay, Vaughn, you know what's up? 40 versus Kennedy. That's what I'm talking about. I love that. Oh, we don't go there. I play. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. Yo, Vaughn, I love this. That's what's good. That's good. Good. Now we talking. So Vaughn, so what I'm saying is, if you've been that guy, right? You drop 40, cool, against Kennedy. Great, right? And the BX, all right, cool. I've been to Foster. I play with Steph. I play with all these cats. I know. So what I'm saying is, if you've been that guy, Cat, you're not Vaughn. Listen, man. It's not a matter if he's mellow or not. These guys are all NBA guys. All these guys are all NBA guys. They got egos through the roof. So what I'm saying to you is that if he's used to doing something for this, Vaughn, if you was on, I don't know where you went. You don't got to tell me. If you was averaging 22, 20, and 20, 25 in high school, Vaughn, and they tell you, yo, a new coach coming, Vaughn, and say, you only want you to touch the rock. You got to play in the corner. You're going to be tight. You're going to have an issue with that. Ain't no way you're going to be sitting there being okay with it. There's no way you can sit there and tell me you'll be cool with that. Nobody would. And these guys were bumping heads from jump. And this guy has not looked like the same player since last year. This is easy. Anybody that's been on the team knows what's going on. And yeah, Vaughn, he tight. Of course he tight. He should be. Anybody would be. Anybody would be. If you've been the man your whole life, you should have been playing since I'm 7. So you know what time it is. I shouldn't have to break this down to you. You already know what's up. You already know you will be tight right now if the coach telling you dropped 40 against Kennedy. Now he tell you next game don't shoot no more. Vaughn, you gonna be tight. You gonna be like, nah, I ain't do. He gonna nah, do it for the team. You ain't gonna try to hear that. You all city, Vaughn. You all city. You first team all this. Now next year your coach come in, he tell you don't do that no more. Where they do that at? That's the message I'm trying to get across. We're not talking about a guy that's Yabusele. We're not talking about Deuce. We're talking about an all-NBA guy. That's what I'm saying. That's it. And what I'm saying is when that stuff happens, I'm breaking down what happened to me. It messes with you because you're trying to play, you're trying to focus, but coach is in your ear. You got other dudes saying whatever. You get tight. First thing you think is, yo, I want to transfer schools. I'm going to get out of here because I'm not able to be me. And then they try to tell me to stop doing what made me successful. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. That's the point that I'm making. That's why Cat has to sit the finals. Play defense. What? Yo, Vaughn, you can't say that, Vaughn. He hasn't made the finals, Vaughn. He made his Western Conference Finals, Vaughn, twice. He went to Western Conference Finals with the Timberwolves. He was getting busy over there. He was an all-star there. He made it last year, Eastern Conference Finals, Vaughn. He was all NBA. Vaughn, come on, man. Come on. You got to see where I'm coming from here. You got to see where I'm coming from. You know what time. No one's going to be like, nah, I'm not doing it. It's been working, Vaughn. It's been working. Why would he stop? If somebody come in and tell you to stop, there's no way. You're going to do it. You've been winning. How? And then you come in the Knicks your first year, Vaughn. Y'all make it to the East Conference Final. The furthest y'all ever made it in 30-something years. And that's when you got here. And when you got here, you made all NBA. Vaughn, come on, man. Why, come on. My man, you scored 40, right? I scored 42 in my life. I've scored 40 before the game. You know what I'm saying. Why are you not understanding? Come on, Vaughn. That's ego thing is the same guy and where was chewed out because he worried about scoring. Vaughn, my man. Vaughn, come on, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying. Don't try to just say it just to argue your point. You know the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is, yo, ain't no way a player of that caliber is going to be cool with what's going on. It's not, especially after you've been successful. He was successful last year doing this and been successful his whole career. Back-to-back years making it to Western Conference Finals and Eastern Conference Finals and was the main cog to that. He come to the Knicks, get him to the Eastern Conference Finals first time in 30 years. He was all-NBA guy, 25 and 12 last year. Big-time games in the playoffs. How you tell him to stop being that? No way in hell, Vaughn, you're going to be cool with that. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand, what this guy's dealing with this year and why he's kind of struggling. His ego is shot because he probably feel like, yo, this dude's trying to play me like I'm some scrub. And he's trying to do it over strength for the team, but he's tight about it. It's obvious. And I'm trying to say to you guys, anybody would be. And Vaughn, if you was putting up numbers, you know what I'm talking about. You will be tight too. That's the point that I'm making here, brother. That's all I'm saying. You're saying it's an ego thing. We all got egos when you getting busy like that. Come on, stop. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. We ain't talking about a guy that's just a regular dude on the bench. We not. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We are not. You know what I'm saying? This guy's going to be in the Hall of Fame, man. He's that good of a player. So we got to figure out how to unlock him. I ain't talking about the players. I'm talking about the coach. And the coach is new. He ain't like he's been here for a couple of years. It's been going on. He just got here. So he just got here. And it could be any coach. I said it earlier. Knicks would have walked in at 50 wins, just walking into the season because how good of a team we were. But you got to come in here. That's why I played the hot hand theory joint, because that's what he said. You got to come in and unlock this guy. He's too good of a player. You don't tell him to stop doing what he's doing and what's gotten him here. That's crazy. That's insane. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying. We ain't saying he ain't got issues. I'm not saying none of that. I know he's got his, whatever. I know how he can get. That's cool. I understand that. But what I do know is when he on, this is what he gives us. He proved it last year. There's no way I'm going to stop doing that with him. No way. That's why I love y'all, man. See that? We come in here rocking, right? After a win, we ain't going back and forth with debating. That's what we do, man. That's what we do. I feel like I'm in a barbershop. That's why I love doing this show with y'all, man. Let's go with an LV, man. What does Coach Brown have and Cat do so different that his stats are down across the board? Let me know. It's this go, man. I just said it to you, man. I just told you what's going on, man. I just told you what's going on. I just told you what's going on. Listen, man, look, this is easy, man. I keep saying it, this girl. Come on, man. Vaughn says numbers don't lie. Neither do our eyes. His fouls, his woes, his attention to detail on the defensive end is what's keeping this team from being true favorites in the finals. Our heart, tenacity is all Cat. I heart tenacity is all Cat. I heart tendency. Oh, you want... So you want iHeart back, y'all. I want iHeart back too. Oh, he need okay, Vaughn. You saying he needs Cat needs iHeart's tenacity. Is that what you're saying, Vaughn? So to make sure I got that correct. That's what you're saying, Vaughn? You're saying Cat needs iHeart's tenacity. Is that what you're saying? So to make sure I'm clear here. Love this, man, having debates with y'all, man. This is fun tonight, man. This is a great night. Vaughn, I just want to make sure, is that what you're saying? You're saying you like iHeart, Cat needs to have iHeart's tenacity. Is that what you're saying? Yes. Love Cat, flaws and all, but we're trying to win a chip. Okay. I love that you stated that. He's not iHeart, man. He's not iHeart. He's not that type of guy. See, I understand what you're saying. You're saying we basically need a blue collar guy like that, right? And that's cool. He's not that type of player though, Vaughn. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. He ain't that. Now, if you want to go get iHeart, I see OKC talking about put him on the market. That's crazy. Then go ahead and make that move and get him. And then you can have iHeart and Mitch. Cool. But he's not that type of player. He's not. He's never been known to be this defensive stopper guy. You got to know who he is, man. Why do you think they brought in Rudy Gobert? That's not his superpower, man. And the reason why I bring up Melo, because Melo had limitations too. He didn't want to play no defense. I mean, a lot of these guys, a lot of the all-time greats have deficiencies, man. That's his deficiency. We know how Cat is. So he's not perfect. I know his limitations as a player, but you got to find out. That's why I played that Fred Katz video, because you got to find what makes him take his superpower and get him here and figure out all the other things on the other side. But you want to maximize what he's great at. That's the goal here. Now, you're talking about the iHeart piece. He ain't iHeart, man. They're not the same guy. They're not the same guy. That's like night and day. Vaughn, they're like night and day. You know what I'm saying? And I love iHeart. I would love to have iHeart back. If I can have iHeart back and Dante, I would move off of Cat. I would. I would because this team needs an edge. They need kind of like a bully in there, and then you won't really lose much with defense. And then you don't really have to. The way this offense is run, iHeart would be perfect for this because this is really a drive and handoff. They really don't need the big to score. They just want him to rebound and pass and stuff, and that's why they got Cat kind of doing whatever he's doing. But that's more suited for a guy like Draymond. That's why he does it with the Warriors offense and what iHeart does. iHeart would be perfect here. So he fits here more than Cat does, to be super honest with you. Because that's what Mike Brown wants. That's not what Cat does. He doesn't do that. And then him and Mike Brown are at a stalemate because they both pretty much, but Cat's like, screw it. I'll just rebound and get my points whenever. But that ain't his game. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what he does. So he's kind of being like handcuffed here in a sense because he really can't do him. Right? So if you want to make a move, I would love iHeart. I've spoken about it before. You know? This over says if Cat can't even bother being close to iHeart, then he needs his shots when the ball is in his hands. Yo, man, this rover, man, it's not that easy, man. Cat seems rattled, man. He seems like he's lost his confidence, man. That's why I told you guys earlier. Vaughn knows this. I don't know why he's like if he played ball, you know what I'm talking about. A coach can either make or break you, man. I'm telling you. He could either be a floor riser or he could be a poison. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. He can. Vaughn know what I'm talking about. He played ball, you know. Coaches can make or break you, man. I'm telling you, man. And if coach ain't really rocking with you like that, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You got to get up out of there. If coach ain't really rocking, y'all not seeing eye to eye, he won't really play you that much. He won't really run sets to try to get you touches. Vaughn, no, that's what happens. They ice you out. Then it's a wrap after that. Vaughn, am I lying, Vaughn? You know what I'm talking about. You play ball, right? Dropping 40, right? I did it too. I know what time it is. I've been a kid with All-American dudes getting buckets on them cats. I know. So what I'm saying is, you know that's what the coaches do. See, Vaughn, no? LV, I hear your point. Vaughn, you know, Vaughn. Come on, don't do that, man. This girl running around saying stuff, Vaughn, you know what I'm talking about. You know. So what I'm saying is that's my point. But if he don't fit here because it's more of an iHeart, then that's a different conversation now. That's a different conversation, right? And so I think, you know, iHeart, but I said it, though. I said it a couple of shows ago. I said iHeart would be a better piece here because this ain't what Cat does. He doesn't do this. Vaughn says, I agree, man. Cat at the top of the offense is the best, most effective position on the floor because he can pass. Right. Vaughn. But the coach isn't the only person having an issue with Cat. Yo, Vaughn, listen. It spreads, Vaughn. You know what I'm talking about, Vaughn. You know what happens in the locker room, though, Vaughn. Come on. His team is Vaughn, but you know what's going on out there, Vaughn. Vaughn, come on. Vaughn, come on. We gonna do this? That we gonna do this, Vaughn? Vaughn. If your man's on the team, he ain't getting shots. You getting busy. Everybody in the gym going bananas, right? You got a couple of shorties in there, they getting bananas. All the chicks is feeling you. You the one scoring all the points. What happens the next day in the gym? Dudes start beefing, right? Yo, my man, you taking all the shots. They start getting mad. You Vaughn, you know what I'm talking about. This is easy. This ain't no different than tournaments in high school. This is no different. Cat pulling up in there. He making all the bread. He got the bad chick on his arm, right? She's sitting there courtside. Them dudes ain't pulling nothing like that. He dropping money, and he got money in his pockets. He put them numbers. You think ain't no hate back there, Vaughn? Of course it is. He just got there, and he putting numbers up. Dudes is hating on him. You, Vaughn, you already know. The coach stuff is different. Dudes been in the background. You know they tight, Vaughn. You know they tight. They mad he getting all that bread. They put up the numbers. Them dudes feel like they should be getting some of that pie. You know how it is. Come on, Vaughn, don't do this. Come on, stop it. Stop it. The teammates calling him because you know they mad. They kind of low-key hating on him. Come on, man. This is easy work. This ain't hard. This is easy work. Vaughn, you already know that's happening behind the scenes. They be complaining, man, because they mad because they want to shoot more, man. But they can't now. OG included. They know the Cat here now. They're like, yo, even Brunson. Brunson wasn't passing on the rock last year. There was low-key kind of hate going on. Everybody was talking about it. Brunson only doing pick and roll and passing on the rock. Because Cat was getting the shine last year. He the man. Them dudes ain't trying to hear that, man. Come on. They already had their thing going before he got here. Vaughn, am I lying? Come on, you've been there. You know what I'm talking about. This is when the cameras ain't around, Vaughn. When the cameras ain't around. It's just y'all in the gym practicing or in the locker room. Dudes start whispering, right? They start complaining. You start getting in the papers, right? You start putting the numbers up. What happened? They start getting tight. They didn't want to talk to the coach. They want to start complaining. They want to have private meetings with the coach. Vaughn, am I lying? Doing all that yapping in the chat. Vaughn, am I lying? You know I'm telling the truth. You know I'm telling the truth. You had to listen, Vaughn. You had to live it. You know what I'm talking about. If you know you're a ball player like me, you had to live it. What we're talking about right now. You had to live this stuff. If you lived it, you know what I'm talking about. That stuff happens, man. And trust me, when dudes making millions of dollars, that happens even more so. Especially if you're the new cat on the team. You new on the team. You new on the team. And they was winning before you. Now you come here. Now you getting busy. And you the reason that they done got as far as they did. Now you start getting accolades. Dudes don't like that, Vaughn. They don't like that. Low key, they don't like that. They be tight. Because people start chanting your name. Right? Vaughn, am I lying? Come on. Don't do that right now. Am I lying? So when you hear players start complaining, you hear them start crying, you already know what time it is, man. You already know what time it is. Most dudes hold it down because they know what time it is. They know that this dude is the best dude on the team. He nice. Yo, Eddie Kofi, what's going on, man? I appreciate you coming through Rocking with LB Live, man. I hope all is well with you, sir. LB, man, we came from a different era, man. Yo, Vaughn, you know what I'm talking about, Vaughn. Am I lying, Vaughn? Am I lying? That's the question I'm asking you. You didn't answer my question. Am I lying when I'm saying? Yeah, we want to win, but you know what I'm talking about, Vaughn. You know what I'm talking about. All that rah-rah hoopla surrounding it. Vaughn, I'm not saying it, Vaughn. You know, you just named teammates. You know what's going on, why they like that. Disc Rover, stop rage bait. Ain't nobody cheering MVP when Cat was on. Disc Rover, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, Vaughn know what I'm talking about. He coming here, he's brand new, he's new on the team. All them cats already got their relationships. They already know each other. But he come in, he's new. OG and all them cats. Everybody can't be him. Everybody can't be him. Vaughn, what you mean, Vaughn? What you say, Vaughn? You're not answering my question, Vaughn. Come on, stop avoiding what I'm saying. Now you don't want to answer the question. Because you know I'm right. You know I'm right. That's what's happening, Vaughn. When dudes start complaining, Vaughn, why is that? Why is that? You know why that is. And you knew on the team, Vaughn. You knew on the team. Vaughn, if you don't want to ask, yo, you play for Chose, or you play for Riverside, or you play for Church? Back in the day, or you play Brooklyn USA. Who you play for anybody? I played for Chose for a little bit. Vaughn, when you and I played on other teams too. When you get on a new team, Vaughn, dudes be like kind of like checking because they like, yo, like they have who was getting all the shots. They have. Vaughn, I ain't see you. I'm sorry. You said I already said I agree. Okay, Vaughn. So you know what I'm saying, Vaughn. You know the point that I'm making. So Vaughn, I'm gonna give a story for you. He come here, right? He come here. He on the team. He on a new team. He got traded here. This man got traded out. Devo got traded out. Devo was tight about that. Dante was tight about that. I'm sure Brunson and them didn't like it. I'm sure Josh and them didn't like it neither, right? Because that's their man from Villanova, and they got busy in the playoffs. So now they ship their man off and they bring Cat in. Now you know where Cat what comes with Cat. He's got issues defensively, but you know he's a bucket. He's a double guy, 25-12. That's what he does. So now he comes here. He's doing that. 25-12, y'all one of the best teams in the league. Bang Bang Boogie. He's getting busy, but he getting a lot of accolades. Like they're saying, like, yo, Knicks, he's the reason why the Knicks are over the hump, blah, blah. Remember the stuff that I was saying last year? Brunson's still clutch player of the year. Brunson's still doing him, but Cat's doing his thing. Right? Cat all NBA now. Right? He started in the East, everything. All the accolades is coming. Low-key, you don't think dudes just kind of come on? Of course they are. And he getting the most bread on the team. You gotta say he's about to get $60 million right now. So he getting the most bread on the team. So that's what's happening with dudes, man. That's what's happening with dudes. And you said I agree, Vaughn. You know what time it is, man. You already know what's going on. This is easy to figure out, man. This is easy. This is when the cameras ain't around, all that stuff. This is easy to figure out. This Grover, I'm not. No. This Grover. Let me tell you something, this Grover. Let me help you out here, man. I'm not disrespecting anybody. But this Grover, what you don't understand is this is what goes on behind the scenes in locker rooms, man. This is what goes on. You know what I mean? This is what goes on, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what really goes on. Don't think that it doesn't. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. This stuff goes on for real, for real. These dudes are regular guys. I get millions of dollars, but they still regular guys. So the stuff that went on in high school and all that stuff in college, that stuff still goes on. Trust me, it does. This Grover, you're still acting like that. Yo, I'm sure, man. I'm gonna tell you, yo, Vaughn, you gotta tell them, Vaughn, I'm not lying. It don't matter. I'm telling you, they're still doing that stuff. Yeah, and only one thing that matters, bro. And now, listen, Vaughn, I'm not denying that, Vaughn. I'm not denying that. I agree with you, Vaughn. Only thing that matters is Chip. I understand that. What I'm saying is there's a reason why Towns is having problems. That's the main reason why I basically brought this up. It ain't just these are the reasons. That's what I'm saying why this stuff is going on. Right? So trust me, you know what I mean? And Towns, and you see what Towns is doing, like on the sideline and the bench and stuff. He talking to guys at school, and them dudes know it ain't easy for him. They know that. They ain't stupid. None of them dudes got the accolades he got. None of them. Even Brunson. Brunson ain't got the trophies case he got. He don't. Brunson was the number one pick. Brunson had to work his tail off to get to where Cat was the man as soon as he stepped into the league. Okay, getting all rookie team, rookie of the year, all this stuff, all-star, everything. Brunson ain't got the trophy case. He doesn't. He's getting there, but he ain't. So when Cat came in and he was already the man. That's why he getting $60 million a year. Brunson wasn't getting that. Brunson was getting that with 4 years when he came to the Knicks. Cat was getting that in 1 year, $60 million. Brunson getting $100 million 4 years. Now he's got to that, but Cat was already that. So this is a different conversation. So that's what I'm saying here. This is different. Trust me, man. There's a lot of ego stuff that goes on, man. But to Vaughn's point, only thing that matters is the chip. And you're absolutely right, Vaughn. You're absolutely right. I'm not knocking none of that. I'm just saying there's other stuff going on behind here that's why Cat isn't playing as well as he's playing. There's other stuff. There's other stuff. And I think his ego is bruised and he's kind of dealing with it. Look at this girl. Stop. It's actual disrespect. Nah, no, it's not. No, it's not. Certainly not disrespect. Look at Vaughn, you right. That's why Cat is on the block. That 2-9 stretch said a lot without it being said, right? His deficiency starts with his attitude, right? The self-proclaimed best shooting big man's got to start picking it up. Hey, Vaughn, listen, Vaughn. I'm not denying none of that. I'm not denying, but Vaughn, this is who he was when he came here, Vaughn. All those deficiencies is what it was, who he is. Who he is. You know what I'm saying? It's who he is. We understand that. But Vaughn, what you got to do with a cat like that, you know this, Vaughn. You got to unlock and make his. That's why I played the video I just played. You find out what makes him tick in his superpower, and you use that to benefit. That's why Phil Jackson was great, because he was a Zen master. He understood how to make guys feel important and make them use their. You got to know how to break into these guys. That's what I'm saying. It's easy to say, oh, yeah, they're grown, man. They should. It ain't. Come on, man. You're dealing with too many egos up in there. You already know. So you got to kind of play Jedi mind tricks on them dudes to get them dudes to buy in and lock in and do all those other things, especially the star guys. Especially the star guys, because their ego is through the roof. They got all these accolades. Cat has been the man since he was in high school. He doesn't like this whole number. Like he's always been number one guy. Like he's for 10 years in the league and a little further, Kentucky, all that. Like this guy's been him. So what I'm saying is it takes a lot to kind of unlock these guys when all these things have been working for him his whole career. It wasn't like he's had a terrible career. He's had a great career. He's going to the Hall of Fame. He's made it to the Western Conference Finals. He's gotten his teams far. Come on. So sometimes it's hard to get through to these guys with these egos, Vaughn. And so that's my point. So you're right. If that's what it is, him and Mike Brown are bumping heads, then I said this in my short couple weeks ago, maybe about a week. Maybe it is time to move on from him. And I said that I thought iHeart would be a perfect piece here for him because I know what Mike Brown wants to do. And that's what he got Towns doing. Get rebounds, dribble handoff, make great passes at the top of the key, boom, score when you want to, score from time to time, and that's it. But we're not really running any offensive sets for you. We're just not. You got to kind of figure it out. That's basically what it is with this offense. So a big that doesn't need to score is perfect for this. Perfect. Vaughn says, LV, man, can Cat be better under Mike because of Mike or because of himself? Ooh. I think it's a little bit of both, Vaughn. I think it's a little bit of both. And that's why I have to lean on to the coach, Vaughn. Because once again, Vaughn, this is not like you're going to need this guy to win, right? He's an all-star. So you got to really kind of find out what makes him tick. And you got to, like, what I'm saying, Vaughn, is you got to get him to say, all right, cool. We know you like to do 70% of this stuff. How about I let you do 70% of it, but not 100% of it? And I'll let you do, but I need you to do 30% of this, right? So they got to meet each other in a certain place. And I think it's got to be, you got to lean really more into that guy than anybody else because he's got the resume to prove that he can prove it. He did it last year, right? So I think it's 50-50, Vaughn. They got to meet each other halfway, but actually a little bit more Mike Brown. I think he's got to be 60-40 or 70-30 here because you're the coach. So you got to get everybody on the same page, but especially that guy, because what he does offensively, Vaughn, none of them dudes can do. None of them. Right? He's just that good. He's proven it. So you're going to need that skill set when you're playing against these top teams, and you need a guy to go off like he did last year in the playoffs against the Pistons. You know what I'm saying? And against Indiana, right? So that's what I'm saying. So it's a team thing, man. So you got to figure it out, man. You got to figure out how to bring these pieces together and make it work, to your point, to get us to the chip. And if you feel like, I don't know, man, him and Mike Brown just don't click. They really, really got real beef. That maybe you got to move off of him, man. Maybe you have to. Maybe go out and get a big. You know what I'm saying? That's just there to dribble handoff and stuff like that. And that's it. They ain't really looking to score. And your offense is really Brunson and your wings. OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and Brunson. That's it. That's really it. And pray that Josh Hart continues to be on this offensive thing that he is. But we already know history shows that that's not going to be that way with him. You know what I mean? This is kind of like an outlier year for him. He's never shot this well from the field ever in his career, and he's never played this well offensively. So what I'm saying is that you just hope and pray that he can continue to play this well. Because if he ain't scoring 20 like what he dropped tonight, if Josh don't have 20, what do we get? 107 tonight? You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to get the offensive output someplace else because that's what Towns gives you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But remember, this is the Warriors offense, Vaughn. This is the Warriors offense. So this is truly based on the guards and the wings scoring all the points. That's what it's based on. Clay, Steph, Sean Livingston, Iguodala, and KD. Like, it's based off of that. And Draymond just being dribble handoff and hit a couple of shots here and there. That's it. This girl says, it's really easy for you to just talk and generalize. LV, but what is Cat's superpower to unlock? Disgrover, come on, man. Come on, Disgrover. He's proven it, man. He's proven it. He's proven it. You know what he could do, man. 50, 40, 90. That's what he is, man. Come on. Vaughn says, Cat putting up 2011, just breathing. Come on. Easy, man. Easy. That's what I'm saying. All we know is come playoff time, if Cat is still here, he better not get punked by no other bigs, especially the ones in Detroit. Yo, Vaughn, he got busy in Detroit last year, Vaughn. Vaughn, do you not remember what he did last year in Detroit, Vaughn? He won us the game, Vaughn. He won us the game. You know, that fall away in the baseline, remember that? That step back three from like the parking lot? Vaughn, come on, Vaughn. Come on. You just said he's 2011 breathing. Come on, man. So you gotta make that happen all the time, Vaughn, is what I'm saying. You gotta make it happen all the time. I don't care what he is. You gotta get that production someplace. If you want to ship him off, cool. But you better get that production someplace. You better, because you're gonna need it. Because you put it all on Brunson's back, they're gonna put him in a blender in the playoffs, and no one else is gonna show up. You're gonna be stuck. That's the importance of this guy. That's what you got to get unlocked with him. Evergreen says, we're going to need a productive Cat for us to progress in the play. Evergreen, that's what I'm saying. Thank you, sir. Well said. Let's go. It's still not an answer, LV. What? How's that not an answer? That's what I mean, this girl. Yo, word, Cat game 4 against Detroit was murder. Oh, look at Vaughn. Yo, Vaughn, see? Why does everybody do that, Vaughn? Why when I say what he's got, you like, yo, F that. Oh, no, forget that. Yo, Vaughn. So, Vaughn, what I did before don't matter, Vaughn? Vaughn, so Vaughn, you scored 40 against Kennedy, right? In the Bronx. You scored 40. So now you got to play all hollows, and they say, yo, give it to Vaughn. He had 40 last game. Yo, F Vaughn. I don't care what he did last game. That's how I beat Vaughn. So they're going to stop giving you the rock? See, come on, Vaughn. Vaughn, that was everybody, though, Vaughn. How they got smacked by Detroit like that. Brunson had no assist. like everybody stunk that night, man. Come on. Come on. Get this script. Okay, Ovi. Answer me this honestly. Okay. What has Cat been doing so different this season compared to last season, besides jacking up threes or drive to his right? I remember the playoffs too, buddy. No, Vaughn, you said forget last season. That's what you said, Vaughn. Don't change that. Don't switch up on me. This Grover, I think what's different is just how he's being used in the offense. There's really nothing really like drawn up for him, and it seems like he's got to figure it out. And this Grover, I think honestly, it seems like he's in his head a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just mentally, he just doesn't seem there. And I don't know if it's because he doesn't feel comfortable in the offense. I don't know what it is, but anything like that, this Grover as a player can get you off your rhythm. It just can. And as you try to get your rhythm back, you're going to have good games here and there, but you're not going to be sure about certain things because you're overthinking things. Like I told you guys before, I mentioned it. There were times when I saw him going to the sideline. He's still talking about offensive sets and offensive plays. He don't know where to set the screen. He don't know. He's still trying to figure out where he fits in this offense. So because, to Vaughn's point, he can walk into the gym 2011 easy because he's just that good of a player. But he's overthinking the game. So you could see it in how he's playing this year. He don't look like the same player. And he's just off his kilter. He's just not the same. And a big part of that is how the offense is run, what he's got. He's overthinking things. And it just doesn't seem like him and Mike Brown are on the same page on what Mike Brown wants him, what wants him to do, what he wants to do. It just seems like it's all over the place. And now it just looks like he's not even really trying. He just going, just rebounding, passing, and doing whatever. He don't look like he's trying to look good for his own shot. He's chucking threes, but he's just trying to figure out. You could see it. He just, you know. Evergreen says, we need to start supporting Cat because he's not going anywhere this season. Root for our Knicks guys. Yo, Evergreen, I've been saying the same thing. I've been saying the same thing. Everybody wants to destroy this guy, man. They want to kill him, man. They want to. Yo, if it's up to them, they want to ship him off to Beirut, man. They want to get him out of here as if he's like. They treat this guy like he's just. I'm saying the same thing. I'm like, yo, we got to figure out how to unlock this guy. You got guys on Twitter, everyone's saying, killing this guy, saying he's a bum, he's this, he's that, he's soft, oh, I want him off my team, and all they killing this guy. And I'm like, yo, man, we're gonna need this guy. Like, if we don't trade him, we're gonna need him. So we gotta unlock him and figure out what that's why I played the clip earlier about what Fred Cat said about how Will Hardy dealt with Jordan Clarkson. That's what I'm saying. You got to, because we're gonna need this guy, man. That's the point of everything. That's the point. So we got to get Cat on the right page, man. But all in all, listen, the teams won 5 in a row. Great debate with you guys. Oh, this was great tonight. I had fun tonight, man. I had fun tonight. I had fun with y'all tonight. We had some fun. So unfortunately, he's not going anywhere, unfortunately. But he's shown no improvement in understanding the new game plan, but yet everybody else on the roster has. Even Mitch. This Rover, it seems like as of late, he has understood the game plan, this Rover. He's rebounding the ball, 20 rebounds, 22 rebounds, 20 rebounds. I think one game, what was the other game, right? He had 18 boards, right? So he's doing what they asked him to do. He's making great passes at the post, right? He's hitting a couple of shots here and there. He's getting better defensively. So this Grover, he is playing the game you want him to play. Okay? He's doing really well. And we're 5-0. So let's keep it going. But we just got to figure out how to unlock him offensively, man, because we're going to need him when it matters. So let's try to do that, okay? Let's try to motivate our guy. Let's not try to kill him, this Grover, and ship him off, okay? Yo, this is fun tonight, man. Yo, man, I love rocking with y'all, man. I love rocking with y'all. Y'all make it worthwhile, man. Listen, great show tonight. Listen, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight. Big time win for the boys, 127-97. I will be going live again Sunday to discuss the Lakers game. So let's get that win, man. Let's keep it winning. Let's keep it going. Let's get to 6-0 now. Continue to stack wins, stack victories, stay focused on defense, do the things they've been doing to get to this 5-game winning streak, and keep it rolling. Right, let's continue to stack victories, man. But great win for them boys by 30 tonight. The Big Cat 14-20, Ojanobi 24-6, and the Captain 26-2. All right, I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button for me. All right. Also, too, if it's your first time coming through rocking with me, please subscribe to the channel. And also, too, leave comments, right? Because I do respond to comments. Also, too, hit that bell icon, right, to get all notifications on all my shows. All right, so once again, I'll be going live after the Los Angeles Lakers game, so please come through and check it out. Listen, man, I appreciate everybody coming through rock with me tonight, man. I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.